Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here in Los Angeles, being joined with the now new and unified heavyweight champion of the world, Andy Ruiz Jr. Andy, this is crazy, like to say that, because me being a Mexican-American kid, I honestly didn't think I would ever hear those words because we're small, like we don't get as big as you and everything. And to hear that, it's just an amazing thing, an amazing accomplishment. How crazy have the last 3 days been for you?
You know what has been a little crazy, coming from New York over here, doing a lot of interviews, a lot of press. I haven't gone to see my kids or my wife or nothing like that. But, I'm really excited that I won the World Heavyweight Champion and I became history. So I'm really excited for that.
Now, I was thinking from when I spoke to you when the fight was announced and spoke to your trainer, and to now, it's like amazing how someone's life could literally change overnight. And that's what happened with you. Like it literally changed overnight.
Yep, it sure did. And all the hard work and dedication that I've been doing with Manny Robles and having all the right people around me. Hey, it's not a one job thing, but I just thank God.
So Manny told me in that interview that you were going to knock him out. And he said that he knew exactly how you were going to do
He
it.
had a dream. He said he
Yeah,
had a
yeah, he did.
dream, and
Uh,
my dad. A lot of people had dreams that I knocked them down, and and it's crazy. And what do you know? I end up knocking them down.
when you spoke to him after the fight, did he mention that? Like, yeah, that was the same shot that I dreamt about you catching him with?
No, I don't know. We didn't really talk about that, but he was just really happy. He was really happy of him having the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. It's a blessing.
Yeah, he did an interview that he was crying. He was like overcome with like emotion. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it, and we were all crying, we're all crying of joy, and luckily we got this victory.
How, like, when you look at the tape, like, how often have you seen the fight already? Like, how many times have you like played it back?
I probably seen it like 6 times.
Yeah, good amount. When you look at the first round and you're there, moving, and he's there, moving as well. What was going on through your mind? Like, what were you thinking at that point?
I think from the first round to the third round, I was just trying to get a feel from him. Both of us were trying to see what we both got, and it was like a little warm up thing because we still have 12 other rounds, and but what do you know? He dropped me in the third round. My first round, my first time being in the canvas. I got up like a true warrior would, and knock him back down.
Yeah, that third round was nuts. Like we were watching it at the Fox show, and everybody was going crazy because, like you mentioned, he dropped you, and then you came back and you dropped him twice. When he dropped you that first time, what was like the first thing that went on your mind? Were you surprised, or were you like, okay, he got me down, but I'm okay. Like I'm gonna go and get him back?
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I was like, what the hell? A little shocked, because I never been down in the canvas. I don't know how it felt, but it's kind of like a little numb part where you're on the floor, your eyes closed, you wake up, and you're like, what the hell? I'm on the floor, and but I felt good. I got up good. I took a breather, and I was just saying, "Come on, God, please give me power, please, God." That's what I was saying when I got knocked down. And what do you know? Anthony comes at me trying to finish me off. I fucking I moved and got him with the left hook, and ever since I got him with that left hook, it hasn't changed. He didn't change.
I noticed that after the knockdowns, it's like something got taken out of him. But before that, you get up, you start swinging, and he lands like a 1-2, like right flush on your chin. But you took it like it was like nothing, and you kept walking. When he landed that punch, did you roll with it, or did he catch you flush, and did you feel it, or was it something that so much adrenaline coming through that you didn't really feel it?
I don't know if I really felt it, but after the knockdown, and then he got me with the right hand. I do remember that, but I just remember of me moving.
Yeah, you dipped down when he hooked.
I dipped down, and then I threw my hook with all force, and what do you know? I ended up
See,
putting him
so
down.
that thing right there, and I told this to a lot of people, that right there, because he threw a hook and you dipped down like maybe like a half inch more, and I told the people like that shows you right there like the level that Andy has in terms of like his muscle memory, and that he's been boxing for such a long time, because you were present mentally to know, okay, I'm gonna dip a little bit more because I know he's gonna throw this. I'm gonna dip and I'm gonna go over him and catch him, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I think the counter punches that I think it showed. I think the whole time I was counter punching him, and the speed, the aggressiveness. I think it all got to him, and he didn't want to continue no more.
Yeah, when he was there in the seventh round with his hands on the ropes, were you thinking that too? Like he's done. Like there's nothing left of him anymore at
Yeah,
that point.
there was nothing. There's nothing left. I think if the referee wouldn't have stopped it, I think I would have knocked him out in a dramatic other way. But the ref does his job. But I did my job for sure.
Yeah, you did. How hard does he hit? Being in there with him and taking his best punches. Like, how do you rate his power?
Well, he hits pretty hard if he put me on the canvas, and a canvas without me. I think it was a lucky shot of him putting me on the canvas, but those lucky shots could end the night. So, but the warrior that I am, the Mexican blood that I have inside me, made me get up and win the fight.
So after you get the knockout, you go and they present to the belts and they say your names. I would imagine it's just a flood of emotion and it's like, oh man, like, is this actually really happening? There's a few days removed now. Has it hit you? Like, did it all hit you at once, or is it still kind of like a feeling of euphoria? Like, oh man, I can't believe I'm going through all this.
Yep, exactly. I can't believe I'm going
It's
through
still
this.
like that,
I'm
huh?
still pinching myself. I'm still like, man, Danny, is this real? I'm telling my parents, my dad, my brother, but his reality, man. This is what I've been working for since I was a little kid, and I always been saying that I want to be the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. And a lot of people didn't believe it. A lot of people said, "Nah, this guy's too big. He's too chubby, and this whatnot." But you know what? Everything came true, man. Every words that I've said and my parents said, that it all came true.
No, it did, and you've been working for a very long time to go ahead and achieve this goal. So with the rematch, where are we at that? Because Eddie Hearn came out and said he would like it like November, December. Like, have you heard from them that that in fact is going to happen?
Yeah, I think they did say November, December, but right now my team, they're negotiating everything right now, and I just got to stay busy, stay healthy, and be ready for the rematch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, when do you get back to the gym to just stay in shape and make sure
Next
like
month.
next month?
Next month, I want to rest all this month with my kids, my family, celebrate, and we'll get back to work.
With the rematch, I saw a thing that they want it to be in UK, but they said that they're not opposed that it's somewhere else. You are the champ now. You're the guy that has all the belts. Can you go in and say, I don't want it in the UK. I want it back in the United States, or I want it in Mexico? Like, are you able to do that? And do you think you are going to want to do that?
I don't.
I don't know. That's a no comment.
I would love it to be here in the United States or in Mexico, but hey, it all depends what the team and what we negotiate. If they want me to go over there, they got to give me $50 million. If they want to come over here, it's just negotiations.
That's very true, but it is going to happen right away. That's the fight that you want to happen right away to solidify. Like, hey, this wasn't a mistake. Like, I really beat this guy because I'm skillful.
Yeah, of course. I think the confidence, the motivation that I had in me, I think that's what helped me win this fight as well. And like I've been saying, I want AJ. I want to fight AJ. And before I even got this fight, I kept calling his name out, and I got it. I did it, and now I achieved it.
Let me ask you this. How different does a rematch play out in your opinion? Do you think it's still the same fight, or do you think that there's little adjustments that you yourself would like to make if this rematch does happen again?
Yeah, of course. We all have improvements to make, and we always learn as boxers. We always have stuff to learn, and um, I think he's gonna be. If we do the rematch, I think he's gonna be a little bit more cautious. I think he's gonna try to box me around, but Anthony's not good at moving back, moving.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, I never thought of that before. How he would react if you pushed him back, and you showed that.
But if we both exchange punches, I'm easily gonna.
Well, yeah,
gonna
you have
be
the faster hands.
I have the faster hands, and I could take a punch.
After the fight, you tweeted out to like Stephen A. Smith and other people that put out some tweets out there. What was your response to all that? Because there was a lot of reaction from their end, negative comments. You responded back, but a lot of fans were not happy with what he tweeted out to you.
Yeah, you know, everyone has their comments and their differences, but you know, no hard feelings to the people that are trying to talk down about the fight and whatnot. But you know, shout out to Steph or whatever his name is.
Ultimately, Andy, this is an achievement that is historic for you. When the smoke settles, and I know you feel that you'll beat Anthony Joshua in the rematch, is the last man standing with you? Do you think it'll be Deontay Wilder for the WBC belt, or do you see him having a hard time with Ortiz, and it's just so wide open that you're not really sure who's going to be the last man standing to unify the division with you?
You know what? In this boxing game, especially the heavyweight game, you never know because it only takes one punch to change the whole fight in the situation. You know. But who knows? I think it's going to be a really exciting fight against Wilder and Ortiz. To me, I think Wilder's going to win. You know, Ortiz is a little bit older, but I'd love to get it in with Wilder as well. You know, I think that's the only bout that I'm missing, and to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, I need that belt.
We want to see that fight as well. Hey, Andy, as always, thank you so much. Congratulations again. I know it's a crazy feeling, but you earned it, and you put in the work to go ahead and achieve this goal. Here with the now unified heavyweight champion of the world, Andy Ruiz Jr. This is Marcos Villegas here in Los Angeles.